All right, so today I want to talk about AP Chem titrations, just because I think the school of thought, or what I've run across the school of thought for this is kind of difficult, and this is going to be acid-base titrations. And I just kind of want to talk about finding the equivalency point, and what we can actually ascertain from knowing these things. So I think a good way to start with this is to think about what is going on um, in the beaker, and then in the second part, we'll talk about the math. So in the beaker, what goes down? So we know acid base, we're talking about pH. This is power of hydrogen. It's based off a log formula. But I just want to note that it is a logarithmic scale. Oh my goodness. Logarithmic. I know my spelling isn't the best, but pH, it's a logarithmic scale. But this is just the power of hydrogen, or how many hydrogen ions are in a solution. So if we have a very acidic environment, it's going to have a lot of hydrogen ions. So this would be an acidic solution because we do have a lot of hydrogen ions. So what could we do to make it basic? We could add hydroxide ions. So if something is very basic, there are a lot of hydroxide ions. OH minus, OH minus, OH minus. So this would be actually a pH of 7, which is neutral, because each of these OHs is going to bind with a hydrogen, and they will make H plus OH minus goes to, it makes water, H2O. Or we could also denote this HOH is another good way to look at it when you're doing things. But this is water, and so water has a neutral pH, and this is why. And then if we add a bunch more of hydroxides, they have a negative charge, then we're going to get a basic solution because our power of hydrogen is low. So that's what's going on a pH level. So if we add sodium hydroxide, this is going to dissociate in water, and then we have our hydroxide ions. Or if we add hydrochloric acid, it's going to dissociate, and we're going to form water and a salt. And so for all acid-base reactions, what we're going to be making is an acid and a salt, or excuse me, water and a salt. So that's just kind of the what is going on in an acid-base titration. This equivalency point is when you've added enough of these two substances that they are at the pH of 7, that the amount of hydroxides equals my amount of hydrogen. And when we do our math, that's going to be extremely important as to we can figure out the molarities of things based on that. So that's kind of titrations part 1.